you're all familiar, hopefully, with the Prism screen here. Now, we are going to start then with a quick search. And there is one sort of caveat around the quick search at the moment. This is only available to admins at the moment, okay? So if it's something that, you go, right, well, I don't have that quick search button, so I'm not an admin, then what we can do is talk about what you would be using it for, etc. as well. So the way the quick search works is simply you click in the search button and you simply then search what you're looking for. So if I was to do a search for 2021, because it's the extension number that I want to look for, it will then come up with anything that contains the word 2021. So it comes up with my extension number and a call queue here as well. So I'm just going to click on the extension number here, just to give you an idea of what it will look like. So what it does is it then gives us an overview of the number I search for. So it tells me the name, the label, which department it's in, which source it's on. If it's on multiple trees, it will show you all the trees here. And then you can simply come over to the bottom here and say, well, what date range am I looking for data for that phone? So I could say, right, let's go May for that phone. And there you go. I've got all the stats I need to look for now. How many incoming calls, how many outgoing calls, and how many internal calls that number has made, received here.
So it's a very quick snapshot.
Snapshot of what you're looking for. So if someone really is just looking for high level, has this phone been used in the last month or in May? You can go, yeah, look, here's all the call out bits, and then some insights into it. So how many calls they've had, total talk time, the average talk time, and the total cost here. So that is £31. There's just 4 decimal places at the end here. So again, great. Maybe that's all that you need to give them. And again, you've done that in 2 clicks. Okay, so you've clicked up here, you've typed the number in, and you've changed the date. Then you've got what you needed here much quicker.
And Matt, you mentioned obviously it's only available to administrators at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's just point of note for people, this searches the entire database is the challenge. Yeah. And of course, administrators have access to all data within Prism.
Yeah.
I just think if you're looking at this and thinking, God, so many people, I'd love to have access to this, just be conscious you've got permissions in place to stop them seeing certain information. If you promote them to administrator, you're taking away that restriction.
Yeah. But again, we want to talk to you about this. So if you want it so it does have restrictions on, let's talk about it with you guys of how we can implement that for you.
Yeah, it's all within the art of the possible.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more development and we don't know how much use this is going to see yet. So yeah, if we get the feedback that everyone loves it and they're using it every day, then absolutely we're prepared to go further with
it. So we got a usage summary, and then simply there's an itemized usage. So what this does is contains then all of those itemized calls that sit behind there. So again, it will have a basic set of columns. You can't add or remove any columns. It is a basic set. So you'll have the date, time, type of call, numbers dialed, the names if they're available, talk time, ring time, costs, etc. You have the ability to sort on these columns. So if I'm looking for the person's most expensive call, so I can see £3 here, I've got that.
And obviously, let's not forget the burger button, where we can still do the cradle to grave, look at the call.
Yep, so if you do want to look at in more detail about a specific call for that user, you still do have the ability to come in here and look at the call in more detail, okay? Now obviously this screen will differ depending on what you're looking at. So if you're searching for a WebEx user, the screen will be different. If you're searching for a Teams user, again, the screen will be different on here. So I will show you the difference when we get there.
And the call may have come through a distribution system of some sort. That might generate more lags. I mean, This is a very simple call. Obviously, they dialed the direct number, they've answered it.
Yeah. Now, if I want to export this data, so I want to provide them their itemized usage over the date period we've selected. And just also to be clear on here, there is no specific dates. They are all quick dates just to make everything fast, okay? So everything in here is designed to be fast, so you can only choose quick dates. There's no way of saying I want all calls between, 10 and 11 on the 6th of June. Okay, that's just not possible. It is a quick date.
Well, you can ask for the year. You can sort by date and time.
Yeah, that's it. Take the day, the month, or the week, or then you can, you can come over to here, and then you can export the itemized data to Excel or to CSV. And by clicking on this button, it will simply then download it and put it in your downloads over here, and you can open this up as well. Okay, so I did a search at the top here for a user, a phone number. What if I want to do a search for a user? So I can do a search for Matt, and let's go and find all the Matts that are available in my system. So you can see in here, it's coming up, it's doing a wildcard search for anybody that contains the word Matt. And I'm going, I want to go and look at this Matt here. So I'm going to pick on an employee. So I can come into here and I can select Matt. Now the difference of going in from a phone to an employee is you'll get an extra column when you're in an employee to see all of the devices that are owned by that user. Okay, so I've got my Teams account, I've got my mobile account, and I've got my PABX data here as well, so from my phone system. Again, I'm going to change my date over here. I'm going to look at May. So for my May Teams here, when you're on a Teams one, it will give you a breakdown of how many calls I've taken from a queue, how many peer-to-peer calls where I'm the internal, peer-to-peer external, group calls where everybody's internal, and group calls where it's just internal people here. So you can see the differences over here, and it gives me a breakdown of what type of calls I'm making, as well as, how many meetings, how many calls went to voicemail, how many of my voice calls I've made, how many videos, how many of those sessions I did screen sharing in. Okay, so again, lots of really useful information. You can go, right, I'm just going to take a screenshot of that, attach it, pass it back. As I did mention, when you click on the burger button, some of these calls here, so all your itemized calls here, it will be a different breakdown of the call, the screen that you'll see. So you'll be looking at a screen that looks like this compared to when you look at the voice one, it will be a slightly different layout.
I think the nice thing with this is obviously what it's doing is it's linking you basically back in to the screen where you would normally see that. So it's almost like a shortcut as well, right?
Yeah.
Rather than going through the different menus on the front screen, it's a shortcut.
And again, that's my Teams. I may want to look at my mobile calls for that user. So I can come in here and I can have a look at the mobile calls, or I can look at the PBX calls that user has made as well.
You mentioned mobile calls. We're actually doing that on the next Ask the Expert, where we're talking about importing mobile bills and the benefit of that as well. So yeah, it is a feature that we can offer.
Yeah, so yeah, if we want to import them, we can obviously bring that in. So again, if you want to look at the user's details, there is a link as well on the top right that will take you to here, so you can go and see all of the additional details about that employee. So what I'll do is just show you the difference as well. Let's say if I do a search for Matilda, over here, Matilda Reinbeck. So this is a WebEx user, okay? So it could be that you want to look at WebEx calls for a person as well. So again, it's all available. You can do a search for, all the different types of endpoints that are available. So you can see all the different types of calls on their WebEx account, and you'll be able to see all the itemized parts here. So again, just a really quick way of getting data out of the system to, fulfill tickets from here.
And obviously, how many times in the telephony space do you get that question from someone's manager? Are they using their phone? Are they using that service? And if it's about an individual rather than a group, this is fantastic for that, right?
Exactly, yeah. So a commonplace, we see it a lot with NHS trusts and stuff, where they'll get requests that just want to see what's happened on that extension number. Very quick way of now of getting that information back without, as I said, some people aren't particularly that strong with analytics, so this replaces that whole dragging stuff in and putting in, making sure you've got the ands and the ors right.
Your bill was correct as it is now.
Correct. So So this just that is the replacement for that part of it.